I can still feel the cold grip of fear tightening around my heart every time I think about that night. It started innocently enough, a weekend getaway with friends to an old abandoned asylum rumoured to be haunted. Little did we know the horror that awaited us within those shadowed halls. The asylum stood like a decaying monolith against the moonlit sky, its windows shattered, its walls covered in graffiti. We laughed off the warnings, eager for an adrenaline rush, but as soon as we stepped through the rusted gates, a sense of unease settled over us like a heavy fog. The air inside was thick with the stench of decay, and the darkness seemed to swallow our flashlights whole as we ventured deeper into the asylum. Every step echoed through the empty halls, amplifying the feeling of isolation that surrounded us. But it wasn't until we reached the lower levels that things took a sinister turn. The air grew colder, and a sense of dread washed over me like icy water. We pressed on, our nerves on edge, until we stumbled upon a locked door at the end of a dimly lit corridor. With a sense of foreboding, we forced the door open, revealing a hidden chamber beyond. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and the air was thick with an oppressive energy that seemed to suffocate us. And that's when we saw it, a shadowy figure lurking in the corner, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. We tried to run, but the figure moved with unnatural speed, cutting off our escape. I could feel the panic rising within me as the figure closed in, its twisted form contorting in impossible ways. We were trapped, with nowhere to run and no one to hear our screams. But just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a voice echoed through the darkness, a whisper barely audible above the sound of our pounding hearts. It spoke of ancient evils, of dark rituals performed in the depths of the asylum, and of the unspeakable horrors that lurked within its walls. With a newfound sense of determination, we fought back against the darkness, wielding our flashlights like weapons against the encroaching shadows. But with each passing moment, the darkness seemed to grow stronger, swallowing us whole as we struggled to escape its grasp. I don't remember much after that, just flashes of light and darkness, of fear and desperation. But somehow, against all odds, I found myself standing outside the asylum, my friends nowhere to be found. As I stumbled into the cold night air, a sense of dread washed over me. What had happened to my friends? And what unspeakable horrors still lurked within the shadowed halls of the asylum, waiting to claim their next victims? I may have escaped with my life, but the darkness still haunts me to this day, a constant reminder of the horrors that lie just beyond the edge of our reality. But what really happened that night? What secrets lie hidden within the depths of the abandoned asylum, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to venture into its shadowed halls? Only time will tell.